just a little bit because I want to get this over here.
This is gonna be good.
I had a 1986, I had a PCGS. I had 69, 86, 69, 80, and a 2020 69.
Okay.
I think we sold those at $179, sold every single one of them, and had 400 of them, they were gone about it. I have 100 of these. They're not 69s, they are both mint state 70.
Ooh, perfect.
They got 103 actually is the exact. And remember, there's the 2020
Why
right
didn't you
there.
tell me this before the show?
I'm sorry. Well, I like everybody to be surprised.
Yeah, but guess
I
what?
like everybody to be surprised.
When I'm working, I can't shop. Now this is pretty amazing.
I have sold basically anytime I can get my hands on a mint state 70 first year of issue. That's $599 by itself. I mean, I sell as many of them as I can get my hands on. To do the pair, now the closed end edition.
Yes.
Okay? The very last time that the heraldic eagle is ever going to be done that you see right there, that you're going to do in first full year, last full year, 1986, 2020, but both done in perfect condition. Both done in perfect condition.
Oh, you want this one. This is great.
This is so special. Look at the box I brought out. That is our 2-coin, highest end shadow box that we're able to do. Look at that presentation. And there you have what I think is going to be. So now the United States Mint has decided that they're making history, that they're changing the eagle. Well, now you have the first and the last. Now let's say you had done this in its highest grade in St. Gaudens in 1907 and 1933. If you had done that, I'd be selling this for $50 million. If you'd done this with the 1883 with the Liberty V nickel and I had the first and the last in its highest grade, I would be standing here in front of you selling this for about $10 million. So understand the first and the last, I'll say, so a significant discount to $10 million at $499. Now let's make no mistake about it. The 1986 is the bulk of the value right here. Okay, the 1986 is the bulk of the value to get that perfect coin. Because when the United States government first started making the American Silver Eagle, when President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law, and they started making it in 1986, it wasn't, while it was a coin, they didn't really treat it like a coin. What they did is they treated it as like a silver bar bullion. They didn't take very good care of it. They didn't strike it very well. Getting 1986s in absolutely perfect condition is virtually impossible. Now add in, and what this amounts to is this is basically a $100 coin, the 2020 Mint State 70. So you're getting this for $399. And as a matter of fact, even less, this box is like $49.95. Okay, so that's $49.95. So like I said, I started with a little over 100. I had 103. You can see we've already sold 10 of these as I wander away there.
Smart.
Yeah, well, I'm just so excited to be able to do this.
I want to mention really quickly that this is also offered on our VIP financing. What is it and what does that mean? If you own our HSN card, you certainly can order this set with your HSN card, and instead of our flex pay of 4 months, you actually get 12 months, $41.66. Here's what I have to say about it. Any way that you can grab this, I would do it. With so few of these remaining, about 88 of these now left, I would do it, and I would do it immediately if you can. I was going to take these out and put them back up on the stand, but I'm telling you, there's no better way to present them than in this box right here. I mean, look at that beautiful thing. So but this is so cool to be able to have the first and the last. The
first and the last. And before, you know, look, I could do 86s in whatever year it was.
Yes.
And it was just like, okay, well, there's going to be another coin next year, another coin next year, another coin next year. Well, now you've got a closed-end edition. The first full year, the last full year.
Which is what you want.
Now you have a collection. Now you have a thing. Now you have a specific 2-coin set that's important, that's popular, that's collectible, that's desirable. And once again, the key is, of course, the 86. Okay, I'll make no representation that this is a $250 coin. That's absurd. It's not. It's a beautiful, collectible, desirable, in essence, $100 coin. Okay, $89 to $99 for this coin all day long. We sold 15,000 at that price, so I know that's what it's worth. But this is the coin. The key to this is to make this a special collection. I brought this coin in and have sold the pair in my highest end 2-coin shadow, red oak presentation shadow box for less than I have traditionally sold just the 1986 when I can get it in. We knew this was coming through November last year. That's the only reason I was able to get 100 coins. We had 103 coins. As you can see, I'm about a third sold through.
And that number doesn't reflect the number of people that are ordering and the different ways that you can order. So I just want you to be mindful of that, because we're showing that 68 are remaining, but we do have hsn.com. Some of you can shop by remote. Some of you are calling our toll-free 800 number. So just be mindful that the number of people that are calling in is not reflected in the number that you're seeing on the screen. I would hurry. I wouldn't wait. I know it's $499. That is definitely an investment. But for those of you that are collectors that are excited about being able to get the first and the last, this is your opportunity, and quite frankly, could be the final chance to be able to grab it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I don't know how many more. And here's what's going to happen. I can tell you this is going to happen right now, because I watched this happen. The 2020 has been 2 to 3 times more popular than any Silver Eagle in history. And as people collect the 2020, they start realizing, oh, wait a minute, that's the last full year. I need the first full year. So everybody's going to start back collecting the 86.
Oh, yeah.
So when we started put together that set, we put together the pair, remember, in Mint State 69 and PCGS. I think it was $179. We sold 500 pairs like that. So I said, well, we'll go find some 1986s. They're not terribly rare. Okay, they don't grade very well. All of a sudden, they're gone. All of a sudden, they simply don't exist. Now, I'm talking about Mint State 69s. So all of a sudden, the Mint State 70s, now that this is needed as the terminal end of this complete set, you know, you've got the beginning and the end is what you're going to have, you know, I guess the alpha and omega, if you will, right here. This is clearly the alpha. Okay, I don't think there's any doubt about that. And this coin is already in the marketplace increasingly difficult to get. And I'm just talking about regular coins. I'm not even talking about Mint State.
Oh.
I'm not even talking about Mint. Well, that was 64 coins went away in a hurry, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look,
well, as you can see.
We know what we like. Well, congratulations.